Welcome back to Library Choice YouTube channel. In today's class, we're going to learn how to make this beautiful kimono. It's a combination of, I use the plain daviva for this, and then I use this beautiful Aso Oke fabric to tape it all around. It also has pockets, and at the end of the pockets, I created fringes with my Aso Oke. I'm going to be taking you through how you can do this as well. So it's half pockets on both sides of the kimono, and this is what the sleeve look like. Like I said, it's a kimono, so it means it does not have any seam on the shoulder area, and then it does not have any seam on the armhole area as well. Everything is cut out together. It's a very beautiful butterfly dress, and it's really easy to make. So I'm going to take you through how to cut and sew this in this tutorial. If this is something you like to learn, kindly stay tuned to the end of this tutorial. Thank you. So for this kimono, I'm going to be working with this plain daviva. It's an off-white color. Okay, it's a daviva fabric, and I have just 2 yards here, and I'm also going to combine it with this Aso Oke. You can use any fabric of your choice, but this is what I'm working with. So to cut the fabric, I'm going to set the Aso Oke aside first while we work on the fabric. So like I said, this fabric is just 2 yards. Okay, it's just 2 yards. So you can fold into 4 anyhow you want, but I want to fold mine in a way that the front is going to be independent of the back, so that I don't need to open it out before I can cut out my front. So to know how much you need to fold, you're going to take your measurement from the center of your back all the way to where the sleeve is going to stop. Another way you can do this is by taking your across back measurement. My across back is 16 divided by 2 is 8, so I have 8 inches here. So you're going to add that to wherever you want your sleeve length to be. I want it to stop around my elbow, so for that I'm going to add 12 inches sleeve length. So if I had 12 plus 8, I'm going to have 20 inches. So that is the total width that I'm going to need. So remember that the Aso Oke is going to be part of your width. So what you just need to do now is to come to your Aso Oke, and then you measure the width that you have for your Aso Oke. This is almost 7 inches. It's not up to 7, but it's almost 7. So I'm going to remove that from the folding that I'm going to do here. So this, let me use this tape so that you can see what I'm doing very well. So this is almost 7 inches. It's not up to 7 inches. Okay, this is like 6.5. Remember I said I want the width to be 20 inches. So if I deduct 6.5 from 20, I'm going to have around 14.5 inches. So I'm going to fold it in on one side here, so I can add 1 inch extra to that. So all including my allowance, I'm going to have 15 inches. So I'm going to try to fold this by that 15 inches. Okay, you can also add extra 1 inch to it so that you don't have any shortage by the time you are done. So I'm just folding by 16, so you can see. So now I'm going to fold this 16 all around like this before I fold into 2. This is my length. I'm doing this because by the time I finish folding it, I will not have to reduce, I will not have to remove my back to cut the front. So this excess that you have here, you can cut it off to reduce the bulkiness. So this is my 16 inches. You can see I have 16 inches here, so I'm going to cut off the excess so that I can have something smaller to work with. So like I said, you can fold anyhow into 4. This is folded into 4 already. You can see I folded into 2 first, then fold into 4. But if I fold like this, if I cut the neckline, I will need to remove the back to cut the front. So that's why I prefer to fold independently. So this is the length for the front and back. So I'll first fold on the length by 2 like this before folding. So that way I'll have my front and my back separately. Okay, so after folding, we'll start taking our measurements. And for the length, okay, I'm just working with my length of 36 inches, which is yard. Remember we said we have 2 yards, so we have 36 by 36. That's the length I'm working with. But to calculate your length, you need to know the total length you want to work with, and then you add you remove the ashoke from that total length, because the ashoke is going to be on the hem as well. So let's say you want to work with the total length of 40 inches for your kaftan. You're going to remove this 6.5 inches that is going to join the fabric from the 40 inches. So what you have left is what you're going to use for your total length. So here I'm going to mark the width that I want to use for this. I'm using a width of 3 inches. You can use any width of your choice, which is this. And then for the back, I'm going to use a back depth, neck depth of 1.5 inches for the back. So I'm going to go ahead now and connect together like this. Okay, so that's for my back. So for the front, I'm going to come down by around 9 inches like this, and then on that point I'm going to create, there's going to be a collar that I'm going to be creating with my ashoke. So I'll fold the ashoke like this and then fold it in, so I'll have about 2 inches by the time I'm done. So that 2 inches, I'm going to start marking it from here. I'll remove it from the actual measurement. Okay, and I'm going to be replacing it with my ashoke. So I'm going to mark the 2 inches all the way to the hem. I'm going to take my ruler and then I'm going to connect them together like this. This is a white fabric, so I'm trying not to mark so much on it. So this is my length. So now from these 7 inches, now you are going to from the 9 inches that we came down by, you are going to connect this to your neck depth, neck width. Okay, so you can see the line. I hope you can see the line that we have there. So after doing that, now you're going to grab your scissors. You're going to cut the back first. That's my back neckline. So that was why I said you should fold like this. So for the front, you just need to lift it up. You don't need to remove your entire fabric again, because the front and back are separate. So from here, I'm going to lift it up and then cut out the front. So I'm going to cut like this, and then you have your front and back cut out separately. You cut up to your neck point. So this is what you are going to have. This is the back and this is the front. So majorly that is the main cutting we are going to do. The next thing now is to start cutting the ashoke. So to make it easy for you to cut the ashoke, you can just use the measurements that I already have here. So for the ashoke that is going to complete the length that we are going to have here, I'm just going to put it on fold. Remember, it's on fold here. So I'm going to put it on fold by 2 and then cut it out. So you can see I'm folding it. So you just make sure that you have 4 on fold like this. So 1 and 2, it has to be on fold because there's no seam at the shoulder. So I'm cutting the 2 sides together. We have the first side here and then the second side. That's why we have 1, 2, 3, 4, but make sure that it is on fold by the shoulder. So when you want to cut it, you can leave small allowance, because you know ashoke sometimes frill, so that it doesn't pull out and leave you with shortage. So I am done cutting the side now. So now we're going to cut the hem as well. For the hem as well, I have folded into 4. I just added few allowance because I'm going to fold it in. I want to cut out the ashoke so that it's going to be easy for me to sew. So we're going to cut it off here as well, and then this is what we're going to use to complete the hem. So for the collar, all you just need to do is to measure the collar. So from here, we're going to have it from the hem all the way to this upper part, and then you measure what you're going to have on your back neckline. So here I have 40 inches. So you're going to bring your, remember this collar is into 2, so it means you're going to multiply 40 by 2 and you're going to have 80 inches. So you're going to measure out the 80 inches on your ashoke. You can add few allowance to that and then you cut it. So we're going to go ahead and take it to the iron, and then we're going to fold it in and fold in the seam allowance as well. I've gone ahead to iron it just like I explained. So all this, if you want your ashoke to come out really nice, all this small detail is very important. Iron it well and then fold in your seam allowance so that you just go ahead and sew. So you can go ahead and use any side of your choice. You can use this plain side or you can use the stripe side. All you just need to do is to tuck in the collar, okay, the fabric. You're going to tuck it inside this collar like this, and then you're going to sew it all around. So I'll take it to the same machine now and sew the collar, then bring it back to for us to continue. So you can see I've gone ahead to sew it all around. So you go ahead now and then you iron it. This is what it looks like for now. So you iron it. So on the hem, make sure that you fold in your ashoke like this so that it's going to be neat. And then I also folded the fabric all around. You can also weave it because I'm not going to be turning with my ashoke. I'm just going to place the ashoke on it like this and sew. I'm not going to sew like this and turn. Ashoke is kind of thick, so it may not relax well. That's why I don't want to sew it like this. I don't want to sew it right side facing right side and sew. I'm just going to place the ashoke on it like this, and then I'm going to sew. So this way is going to relax better. So for this part to be neat as well, I have gone ahead to turn it inside. So just turn it very small, or you weave it so that you're going to have it neat on that side, and then you're going to place your ashoke. So I'm going to be sewing the ashoke all around it now. So on this hem, remember, you can see how it is removing. So this part, I'm going to fold this in twice like this, and you can sew it. Sew it here. I'm just simply going to fold it like this. That's why I added extra. That's how I'm going to start sewing it. You can see how neat it is. So on the other side here, this folded part, you can just go ahead and iron it down with your hemming gum so that you're not going to have any seam there. So this is how you're going to start sewing. You're going to put your fabric on it like this, and then you flip the ashoke just like this, and then you're going to sew on it. So that's the same way I'm going to sew it on the hem as well. I'm sewing this side it in like this, and then I'm going to sew. So I'll do all of this now and bring it back to show us what we have. I've gone ahead to sew it. You can see this is what it looks like. I've sewn the side as well, just like I explained. I folded it inward, and then I used my hemming gum to iron it so that it can be neat. So you can see how neat it is. So when you're done, you're going to iron everything flat. So this is what we have so far. I've taped it all around. So the next thing now is to create our pocket. So you just need to measure where you want your pocket to be from your shoulder area. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. You can also measure upward just to see where you want it to be. So this is the fabric that I'm going to be. This is the ashoke. I'm using the same ashoke for the pocket as well. So the width of the ashoke that I have here is around 9 inches, and you can see that I joined two together and I cut off the excess so that I can have this stripe at the middle part. So what I'm going to do now is to fold in this side, especially where I joined. You can use your soldering iron to cut that part so that it does not frill, but for me, I'm just going to simply fold it in like this and then sew to my fabric. So you can just fold it in first and then iron it down. Then on the other side, I'm just going to fold it once, since this part has the selvage, so it's not going to frill. Then I'm going to place it wherever it is that I choose. So on the upper part here, you are going to fold it like this and then fold again twice to form that pocket head that you are going to have. So here on the lower part, I want to, if you don't want to have fringe there, you just need to fold it twice as well. But for me, for this lower part, I want it to have like 1 inch fringe, 1 inch or 1.5 inch fringe. Okay, so what I will do is just to go ahead and sew it down. I'll sew it all around. So when I want to sew the hem, because of the fringe that I want to create, I'm going to back stitch there so that it can stay put for me. Then when I'm done sewing it, I'm going to remove it. So I will teach you how you can create fringe with your ashoke as well. So just let's take it step by step so that we're not going to get confused. So like I explained, I've gone ahead to turn it on the side. You can see I sew it on the side, I sew it on the upper part, and I explained that I want it to have fringe on the hem. So I want my fringe to be around 1.25. So this is what I marked. So you can see I've gone ahead to sew it here on the hem. So when I'm sewing it here, it's not going to be your regular straight sewing. you're going to back stitch because you're going to be losing it. And you don't want it to lose beyond this space. So you're going to run multiple stitches here. You're going to back stitch so that it can hold it well. So you can see what we have here. So once you hold it together here, we're going to start loosening it to form the fringe. I have done that for this side. You can see the effects that I have there. So that is the fringe effect that I want to go for. So this pocket is ready now. I just need to sew it all around. So I'm going to be doing the same thing to this as well. So to loosen out your fringe, you can use your regular hand to do that as well. You just be removing the thread. There is one single thread that is holding all these vertical ones together. There is one horizontal thread that is holding them together. So it is that horizontal thread that you're going to be loosening out. It's a lot of work. So to make it easier for me, I'm going to be using my seam ripper, but you're not ripping any parts. I'm just using it to get inside the weavings so that I can pull it out like this. So you can see that it is easier to do with this. So you put it inside and then you pull it out just like this. So that is how you're going to pull out everything till you get to this space. So you're going to get your seam ripper in between the weaves and then you pull it out gently. So you're going to open it out again, get inside it, and then you pull it out. And like I said, if you don't have a seam ripper, you can do this with your bare hand. So as you are pulling, the rope is going to become long. So in order for it not to tangle your fringe, you are going to cut it short and then you continue. So you continue with this. Once your rope becomes long again, you are going to cut it to make it short. So you can see how I'm pulling it out. It's easier to pull with this than pulling with your normal hand. If you pull with your hand, it's going to take more time. So you can see how the seam ripper is just pulling it out for me. So if you want to do it with your hand, you have to start bringing it out multiple times. So I think the seam ripper or whatever it is that you have that can just get in between them and then pull it like this is fine. So once you pull and you notice that your thread now is becoming long, you cut it to reduce it so that it does not give you issues. If it's too long, it will start tangling and that may give you some issues. So you can see how I'm pulling it. So this is how I'm going to pull till I get to where I want it to stop, which is where I have my seams there. So once you are done with this, you take it to your sewing machine and then you sew it round on your kaftan to form your pocket. So once the two pockets is sewn, the next thing is to sew it on the side. So when you want to sew it by the side, you just fold it now and then I'm just going to sew it on this ankara part. So before you sew, you're going to mark out where your sleeve is going to come out from. So from your shoulder you can mark maybe 10 to 12 inches and then you sew from there and then you stop sewing where this Aso Oke join it here. So you sew it like that on the two sides and then your kaftan will be ready. So I'll do that now and bring it back to show us what we have. Okay, so this is what we have. You can see how neat it is looking and how beautiful it is. So you need to cut off all your threads. I have already fixed my pocket and this is what the pocket looks like, and you can see the fringe that we created with the pocket. Okay, so I hope you enjoy making this beautiful kimono with me. If you enjoyed it, let us know in the comment section. Like, comment and subscribe to our channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.